Okay, so here's what happened. Around the beginning of the year, they implemented this new regulatory update within Social Security. Again, unleashing DHS to basically use ICE, which is Immigration and Customs Enforcement, to surveillance Social Security beneficiaries. Now, this would basically just be the enforcement of foreign travel, okay? So evidence of foreign travel. Now, here's the situation. A lot of people out there may not be doing a whole lot of travel, especially abroad, right? However, there may be some people doing some traveling abroad. But here's the situation. When it comes down to some of these benefits, now that's why I said earlier, it's not every single beneficiary. Most notably SSI beneficiaries. Okay, so if you're an SSI beneficiary, you probably want to pay attention very, very closely to this, especially if you have any plans on being outside of the country for any given amount of time. And again, I know it's probably not a ton of people, but you just never know. Okay, and again, it's not specifically just SSI, but primarily SSI beneficiaries. Here's the deal. You primarily can't be out of the country for more than 30 days and still get your benefits. If you are out of the country for more than 30 days, you're probably not going to get your benefits, right? Now, obviously, there are some allowances there. And again, yes, you can live abroad as like a Social Security retirement beneficiary and still get your benefits. But again, this is basically just those benefits like SSI specifically, that these are only payable within the United States. United States and U.S. territories is where SSI benefits are payable. Okay, so that's my point on this, is that you're supposed to self-report. Any travel outside of the United States is supposed to be self-reported. Well, do you think everybody's doing that? Probably not, right? Exactly. That's why they're unleashing DHS and ICE to basically track people to see, hey, Bob went out of the country for 67 days and he is on SSI. Well, sorry, Bob, you're not getting your SSI anymore, right? That's what this is all about, because they're trying to track people because it's supposed to be self-reported, and there's probably a lot of individuals out there that may not be tracking, or maybe probably don't even know in the first place that they're supposed to be self-reporting their absence from the United States. Well, they're using all this information to basically track individuals and say, hey, were you in the country the whole time? Are you due your benefit, or were you outside of the United States and you're going to forfeit your benefit as a result? Okay, so that's why this is very important to pay attention to. So anyway, that's exactly what they're doing here is just looking at, well, okay, they're indicating anyway that this would just be used to, watch people if they're going in and out of the country. Okay, but is that really all it's going to be used for? Let's just be real for a second, right? Is that really all it's going to be used for? It's just going to sit there idle and it's not going to be triggered. It's not going to be brought to the alert of anybody unless somebody leaves the country or enters the country. At that point, maybe a little flag is put on their account or something, and they're like, hey, let's keep an eye on this person or something. Do you think that's all it's really going to be? I don't know. Again, I don't want to sit here and speculate. I don't want to sit here and assume at all, but part of me thinks I don't really know about that, right? I don't really know if it's just going to be, yeah, we're just going to watch you if you leave and enter the country or something like that. And just to make sure that you're still within the confines of the rules within these programs to make sure that you can still be eligible for your benefit. I don't know. It just seems like a little bit more watching than most people would probably prefer. It just seems that way, right? Anyway, that's what that comes down to. So if you don't have any plans on traveling abroad, as in outside of the United States anytime soon, probably not a whole lot to worry about this. But if you do happen to be a beneficiary and you do plan on traveling outside of the United States for any length of time, just make sure that you're tracking all this information, okay? 'Cause again, you're supposed to be self-reporting this. And again, they don't trust us. Let's just say it how it is, right? They don't trust us, which is why they're doing this. In fact, I had another video recently as well where they were doing some other things as well, basically tracking. And I was like, they don't trust us. That's why they're doing this. They don't trust us at all, which is why they're basically just watching and, eyes in the sky, right? We all know what that's all about. So anyway, just wanted to bring this to your attention really quickly. I wouldn't say that this is some big thing like, oh, we all need to freak out and get all scared and worry about this whole thing. But at the end of the day, is it something that we maybe want to keep in the back of our mind like, hey, this is this new regulatory update on the self-reporting of foreign travel? And does this lead to, further surveillance on Social Security beneficiaries? I'm going to be fair, probably wouldn't be shocked whatsoever.